Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dares say. And 90% of you lot listening don't do what I do. Otherwise, you'd be on Zoom, wouldn't you? Or putting videos out on your channels. Pop, pop, bang. Right, here we go. We've all had time now to uh, to rewatch the fight. And I've rewatched it, and this is how I look at it. Usyk gets it, whether it's borderline or on the bladder or whatever. He's just about to get up. The referee calls it a low blow, tells him to stay down. What's the guy going to do? That's why I'm looking at it. And I've watched it over and over again. Over and over again. You're going to take advantage of any break you can get. Borderline, low, whatever. Get over it. Right? But look at his pelvis at the back of him. Look, have a look there. Right? Now, we can analyze this, we can analyze that. Listen, at the end of the day, the referee in there is king. His word is final. So that's how I look at it. How many rounds did Dubois win? You gave him round five, wouldn't you? I gave him a share of round three and round five. That's it. That's it. Go look at the punch statistics. The guy were never in the fight. Big swinger. That's it. Big old swinger. Screaming robbery. They can do what they want for me. Don Charles can scream it till the cows come home because that's all they've got to cling on to, isn't it? What about the Bradley Skeet incident last year? What about that one? What about Carl Thompson, Johnny Nelson? Bricktop won't even put that on YouTube. Johnny Nelson's finest moment in a boxing ring and nobody can find the fight. Did anybody find Johnny Nelson against Carl Thompson? I can't find it. Oh, Bricktop, eh? What about Otto Wallin? Hey, against Fury. That were worse than Vitali's cut against Lennox. Look, the Don Charles team are going to come out and say what they want. The Bricktop team are going to come out and say what they want. Look at the scorecards. Dubois were never really in the fight. They're squealing about this borderline punch. Were it low, were it not low? Usyk's just about to get up. People are forgetting that. Jeez. Controversy sells, but there's no rematch clause. Right, I'm all up for Usyk giving him another boxing lesson. I'm all up for that, me. I'm up for it. My man won. I predict a round 9. The Coogan chameleon video is Coogan a chameleon, right? Go look at the pinned tweet and the time of the pinned tweet on that. Round 9, pop, pop, bang. All right. All crying. There's always controversy. There has to be. They have to cling on to something, don't they? I noticed that Bricktop ain't going in on skills challenge too much because he needs them down the line, doesn't he? Look, if Bricktop were this big powerhouse promoter, he'd have had this fight on in England, money probably at Copper Box. We'd have had it on in England, but why didn't they put the money up? Why didn't they? Why didn't they do it? Eh? They didn't do it, did they? They didn't put the dough up. That's the bottom line. Whatever happened to home advantage? Bricktop used to rinse Eddie Hills daily about home advantage. All right. Oh, you crybabies, stop crying about it. His best wins, Nathan Gorman, pop, pop, bang. That's it. Big stiff. And all the rest of it's just people licking. That's all it is, lickers. Wanting to stay in the circle, lickers. Don't want to lose the press pass. You know what I mean? They don't want to lose that, do they? Don't want to lose that press pass. Or don't want to lose that media work or pundit work. They've got to go with what Bricktop says. That's it. That's the bottom line. Nobody can be themselves and go out and say what they want to say, really. Because what a lot of these are saying, right? on here and around that carry on round there in Poland last night. What a lot of them are saying and what not is not what they're saying to people in confidence. We know what we saw. We know what we saw. It went down to a jab. It went down to a jabbing end. That were it. A jab. Right? He looked like he was surrounded in round 7. He looked like he was surrounded, Dubois. He didn't know what to do. So, did his performance change because he went with Don Charles? No, not really. He looked worse to me. He looked like he had less in his locker. All Don Charles was shouting, well, go to the body. That were it. So Usyk started giving it him to body. People need to re-watch the fight. Go and look when he's hit on this low blow or borderline punch. If you hit in the nuts, right, that's low. But it can still be low if you hit on the bladder, which is below the belly button. It can still be classed as a low punch. Go and watch it and go and watch how he's just about to get up. And Luis Pabon to stay down low blow. So he's going to stay down, isn't he? He's going to take every advantage. You mind Bricktop coming out saying he couldn't get up and all that? He was just about to get up. Usyk's a warrior. We saw what we saw, didn't we? Right. We saw a 25-year-old heavyweight who was supposed to be beating Mike Tyson's record at one point as youngest heavyweight. We saw a 25-year-old heavyweight with one game plan. That was it. He had a plan A. That was it. Usyk figured him out. He set traps. Realised after about 6 rounds he can't fight going backwards. And it was game, set, and match then. He just went through the gears just like he did against Derek War Chisora and Tony, the disappearing man, Bellew. And just like he did against Big Meech. And now Dubois. That's 5. 2 against Usyk, Dubois, Tony Bellew, and Derek Chisora. That's 5 wins over Brits, just like Canelo runs through all Brits. So get over it. Pop, pop, bang. That's how I look at it. It's like we're not allowed to say anything, isn't it? Jesus. All going with the narratives. I mean, I had to laugh when Bricktop were chatting with Michelle Joy Phelps before she go in and she were briefed on what to say, wasn't she? Hey, she were briefed what to say. Can we get that on the bigger screen? Yeah, you've been told to say that. Look, it is what it is, isn't it? There's no rematch. I hope he does give him a rematch, but there's no rematch clause. Hey, we don't give rematch clauses on mandatories. We don't do that, said Bricktop. Well, they did with Tyson Fury Klitschko one, didn't they? Because they thought they were getting it back on Sky. But when Sky put the foot down, it all crumbled, didn't it? Tyson didn't want that rematch once he knew he were going to be fighting on Box Nation. Hey, that's why he pulled out the fight. Let's tell the truth here. Let's tell the truth. You know what I mean? All these narratives running around. Listen, Bricktop's throw at dice now is months down the line with Usyk. Ergovic is next. And we've got Zhang and Joyce. And winner of that's mandatory for WBO. So get ready. So that's just how it is, isn't it? So Fury's got on Garno. He'll probably fight him twice because he's getting millions. And the division's parked up with WBC. We're further away now, having an undisputed than we've ever been before. And it's 20-odd year. And like I said, all these promoters do, they put obstacles in front. Wednesday, he's doing an interview. Yeah, Fury's next if Usyk wins. February or January next year. Oh, brilliant. Now they're screaming for rematches. They forget what they say, these people. The chameleons. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The only fight that can top trump any mandatory is a unification. If Tyson Fury wants it with Usyk, Ergovic will get parked up. Right? He'll have to wait. All right? But the IBF are not going to wait. They've not had any sanctioning fees now for 13 months from the heavyweight division. They're not going to have their belt parked up, the IBF. They're not going to do that. They're not like the WBC in cahoots with these people. They're not bothered about it being parked up because they just do as they're told, WBC, and we know why that is, don't we? It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Bricktop's screaming blue murder, but listen, if the boot were on the other foot, what would have happened? So all you crybabies, stop crying. We know what we saw, don't we? Jeez, we know what we saw. My bet came in round 9. Pop, pop, poppity pop. And when Liverpool win 4-0 today, it's bye-bye from Porky. Hey, you can't care about what Bricktop says. Jesus. What I want to know anyway is where's part 2 of Nigel Benn's interview on Big Malk's channel, Stamina for Sale? Where's part 2, Big Malk? Big Malk, where's part 2? You're sending snippets of your video from Nigel Benn, this interview you've done. You're sending snippets of it to TalkSport to give it the big up. And now you've gone missing with it. What's happened there? Hey, what has happened there? Hey? Well, we know what's happened, don't we? Nigel Benn's told you to take it down, and he don't want it out there because of the response they got on TalkSport. So you've been a good little boy, haven't you, Spencer? AKA Big Malk, AKA Malcolm X. You've been a good little boy, and you've done what Nigel's told you to do. But if you had any balls, you'd have just put it out straight away, wouldn't you? Instead of doing that, trying to be technical, trying to big it up and be greedy. Just get it out there, because what you do with these boxers, you give them time to dwell on what's happened. I've done it myself, that. I've done it myself, where they've sat and thought about it and gone, Porky, can you not put that out? I've had a fucking few corkers of it years, and I was devastated. I should have put them out straight away and sending them off to be jazzed up. Just get it out there. Once it's done, it's done. Yeah, the person has the right to say take it down, and I understand that. But Big Malk, if you don't put part 2 up, you have gone down in my estimation. You've become one of them. You've just become just a number, just a slave to the system. If you don't put that out, that part 2 of that Nigel Benn thing. So show some balls, Big Malk. Let's see some gonads, eh, Mr. Master Knowledge? Let's see some gonads. Anyway, what a time to be alive, eh? What a time to be alive. Eh? Unbelievable. So now you know you've got to roll the dice with Fury now to get all them belts, Bricktop. And Fury doesn't exactly look to me like he wants that Usyk smoke, does he? Eh? Is that because Fury can't get through a training camp and he just wants to fight, you know, your Dylan Whites and Chisoras and guys like Ngannou a couple of times who never had a boxing fight, eh? Unbelievable. But I'm going to leave you with this. Go and watch the referee's reaction when Usyk hits the deck. What does he do? Tells him it's a low blow and to stay down. He's got 5 minutes. That's all within the first few seconds as Usyk's trying to get up. It's there in front of your eyeballs. Of course you're going to stay down if you've been hit low or borderline. The referee's decision is final. Just like in other fights where you've had Robert Green, Bricktop. We can go on for years about it, can't we, what we've seen in that ring? You know, lad. You know. All right, so stop crying about it. Mr. Home Advantage. All Eddie Hearn's doing is sending people out there, taking the TV money and getting them beat. He don't get them home advantage. Well, why didn't you put the money up? Because you've not got it. All right, you've had to go cap in hand. Eh? You couldn't even win a purse bid for your guy for 5 heavyweight belts. There's only 6 belts on offer. Fury's got 1, Usyk's got 5 if you count Ring Magazine. You couldn't win a purse bid. That shows you how much you thought about Daniel Dubois. You could not win a purse bid or put the money up or get a deal for your guy. You couldn't do it. Well, now you're going to have to do, aren't you? Because Usyk's team might turn around to you now, Bricktop, and say, all right then, make us an offer, we'll come to London and do it again. And you could build this up into a Froch Groves too, couldn't you? So put the money up, Bricktop. Put the money up. Park Ergovic up. Pay him some step aside. Tell Fury to fight Ngannou twice. and put the money up for Usyk to come to Wembley. Put that dough up because you're not going to want to go to Saudi, are you? Because Usyk's with skills challenge. Put the money up, pay some step aside to Ergovic. Kalla and Ergovic and Eddie Hills will take step aside. They love free money. I mean, Kalla and Eddie are accountants by name, accountants by nature, aren't they? They're about pound notes. Kalla will because he's in wilderness, isn't he, really? And Eddie loves a freebie. Get it down in a contract that Ergovic gets to fight the winner no matter what, and do the do. But put the money up, Bricktop. All you've got to do is put that money up. But seeing that last night were embarrassing. You're dabbing away at your eye that's leaking, whatever, and old dinting forward and that. It were bad. It were bad. You're trying to spin narratives and scream blue murder. It's a bit like an house burglar getting caught in a shop accused of nicking something and he had nicked out, innit? The boy that cried wolf, eh? Put the money up and get home advantage for your guy. Now, like I said before, and I'll say it again, you saw Daniel Dubois' performance against that Kevin Lorraine, and you thought, I'm going to cash him out here. He's going. I'm going to get something out of that job. So now, you've just seen that performance. If you believe in your guy, put the money up. Your words. That's what you always scream. You can't have it both ways, Bricktop. You can't have it both ways. But your guy was given a boxing masterclass by Usyk. A boxing masterclass. You mind him stood there like Elmer Fudd at end, oh, robbery, and his trainer screaming blue murder. His trainer didn't have a plan B for him. What were plan? Throw that right hand. Was that it? Was that the plan? My God, you need more than that against these guys. You think Usyk hasn't seen every style? Come on. Joshua did better than Daniel Dubois, a lot better. Daniel Dubois, a poor Anthony Joshua or a poor Frank Bruno. Unbelievable, but hey ho. That's just my opinion on it. So get over it. Get over it. Crying like little girl. What do you always say, Bricktop? Stop being a crybaby. Well, you're being a crybaby. Put the money up or shut up. All right? Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Peace out.